As of recording this video, just this audio, it has been 2 hours after the announcement of series Fauna, Hololive Promise, Hololive English. I wanted to make this video to get my thoughts out, even if to no one, even if to one Hololive fan, even to myself. I wanted to think about what it has been happening over past who knows how long for a while about Hololive talents. I think that there's some problem in management. I think many of us are starting to realize that. For if a talent left, it was usually because of creative differences, and it was understandable. Maybe they didn't want to be a full-time idol, or they didn't like the exact direction Hololive is in. That makes sense. That's fine. But after hearing the message from Fauna, it seems she doesn't want to leave, but this anger with management has forced her to, and that she believes that it was a big enough problem that it would not let her live her dreams, which is sad to hear and think about. I don't think this is the end of Hololive. I think it will still be very much an idol group, but I think they have understood that, at the very least, that the focus now will be idols going forward instead of streamers. I remember when, during COVID, during first and the second gen EN, they were streamers mostly. They couldn't access Japan, so that's what they were, streamers. And now that, they're able to travel more, much more, it makes sense that they aren't as focused on streaming. That's fine. I accept that. That makes sense. But it's with management that I start to get angry. Even it makes sense when someone would complain about management and permissions. That makes sense. Doesn't help is big mistakes from management. What makes sense is, but it's hard to look away and understand these angers with management when it really affects the talents. I don't watch a lot of Hollow Stars. I watch here and there, and I can understand that they aren't in the spotlight. They aren't the focus of cover. It's sad to say, but that's just reality. Are they worth watching? That's up to you. They aren't the moneymakers of Hololive. That's fine. That makes sense, But hearing or reading Altair being angry with management, specifically calling out management, is one thing. I'm glad that he's able to actually just call out management, that he's unhappy with it, that they're even able to speak it. It allows us fans to understand what's going on, even just a small glimpse. Same thing with, I believe, Bettel. I believe he was talking about maybe also health issues, but I think management was also very much a big thing. This is mostly just me rambling and going back and forth, but I just want to get this out there. Talking more, I think it's even sadder or even more heartbreaking that this is Series Fauna's is a graduation, not an associate. When Ame graduated, it made sense if you were to follow her after her adventures in Hololive. She understands that the creative directions are simply different and left. That makes sense. But she understands that, or I guess the idea of coming back and saying hello, which is always nice. But this one is a full graduation. I'm not saying she doesn't want to do anything with Hololive, but to go further than an associate is not a good sign. And that's not even to mention, I think one of the biggest blunders of management, besides just disagreements or arguments with the talents. I remember when Ina had to, Ninoma Ina niece, Ina had to go on hiatus basically due to work visa stuff. As most people know, she seems to be able to at least push past that and stay with Hololive for now. But I'm afraid that such a big blunder on management's part that she had to pay out of her own pocket for management's mistake is not something you want to hear. Not something you find good in. I don't want Hololive to fall. There's been many happy years with Hololive. As much as we all bash on capitalism, I think we can all say that we love to buy a good, merchandise to support our Oshis. I want to go forward to watch Hololive and smile and know that these wonderful talents are living their dreams. I don't want this to end badly, in a very, very bad end. I'd rather talents leave because they are no longer interested in becoming idol or have the same creative drives as Hololive. That simply is a difference of personality. That's fine, I can accept that. I can cry, I can be upset, but I can accept it. But if I have to watch Hololive crash and burn from just management, I'm devastated. We know how terrible management can be. We've seen, as much as this is a dead horse, Niji Sanji, and fan or not, you can see that there was definitely some sort of problem in management, and that has caused a massive gut punch to the branch. It made people lose trust in Niji Sanji. It made me lose trust. I can't follow the company more, but that's not why I want you to listen to this video and audio. I want Hololive to continue and to be prosperous. I'm fine with them even just becoming a sole idol group and focusing on that. I can understand not wanting them to only stream. That's not what Hololive is. I can understand. It's just so hard when it's management. I don't know. It's hard to accept management because it's the idea that the talent wants to stay with Hololive, but there's just so many problems that they can't bring themselves to continue on. And it's not like I want the talents to stay stuck there if they feel like they can do better. No, of course not. I don't want them to be trapped there. And it's like, yeah, I can follow them post-graduation or association, but it's just not the same. And admittedly, I don't follow everyone I follow in Hololive into the new life, the new accounts. Like, some I do. But I can't say for all of them. And I don't think that's a problem with me. I think that's just how things go. It hurts, I don't know anymore. I just want the talents to be happy. It's so hard this year. We've gotten so many cool things, but at the same time, we're losing something. I don't want Hololive to crash and burn and smolder into a billion pieces. And it's like, yeah, of course, I'll admit myself, bought a lot of their merchandise. I don't want to beef or not, But more importantly, I want to still be able to watch them and smile. Not even just saying goodbye. This isn't even to mention terminations. Those are entirely different. I just want you to think, and I want, if you're listening to this and you find yourself in a similar situation, I want people to talk, to send the message to Hololive to cover that they need to step up or be more clear in management. It's very clear that Hololive runs on its talent, but I think everyone has a breaking point, even the biggest, most dedicated people of Hololive. I don't think I'll ever give up on Hololive until Fubuki gives up, because I know that's when it truly has been a bad situation. But until that day, I want to stay alive, but it gets harder and harder when there's just so many little things that make it so hard. You can blame management. I think they can handle it. They can understand the anger. I want Cover to understand that I know kissing the boots of Yago doesn't make sense, but I think he has an idea. But I think his business personality and his wanting to help the talents are a constant clashing. Because I vaguely remember him in an interview with stock shareholders or something, and he asked them a lot of ridiculous questions, like replacing the talents, and he says no. I know at the very core Yago understands that the talent is the talent, but how much does the company understand that? I just want to be happy. I just want Hololive to be happy, and I want its fans and talents to be happy.